All right, everybody, welcome here to my driving video of this 2003 Ford Explorer SportTrac four-wheel drive 4-liter V6. My name is Nathan. Thanks for looking. Thanks for joining. Just wanted you to see the outside of what a nice vehicle we're going to be taking for a drive here. We're going to drive it on some city streets and freeway streets, and it's nothing less than wonderful. It's got brand new General Grabber tires on it, as you can see. Brakes are at about 90%, so it is mechanically 100% ready to go. Just wanted you to see the outside a little bit before we took off. What a nice day for a drive. Nice cool day anyway. So here we go. Doors lock when you put it in park or drive. Let me zoom this out here. I think my brain was thinking when you come out of park. Anyway, if you like what I do, you like this video, give me a thumbs up, ring the bell to subscribe. I appreciate you watching, joining, riding along with me here. There's another video of this, of a complete walk around, inside, outside, under the hood, under the vehicle, every detail about it on my channel should be right next to this video if you want to check that one out as well, about this particular vehicle. But I like this vehicle. I like these vehicles. I like it. I like this one because this is a one owner. This has truly been very well cared for. One owner, and just in excellent shape, and has been preserved to about as best as you could, with obviously still using and driving the vehicle. So I think these are cool. I think they are neat and unique and kind of quirky, and it has style. It has style, it has character. And I talked about on the walk around video about how this was ahead of its time. It's a neat concept with a full luxurious SUV interior. I mean, take a look, right? A huge back seat with leather, heated seats up here in the front, power seats up here in the front, a factory sunroof up above right here. And you know, it's just like all the pleasures of an SUV, but then you've got a very usable truck bed on the back. And this one has the tailgate extender, which of course makes the tailgate that's kind of small, on the smaller side compared to a full-size truck, makes it bigger and more usable. So in the newer age Fords, I said on the walk around video, just like that Bronco that's in front of us, that's a new Ford product. The new Ford Maverick is basically, this was the predecessor to that when you really think about it. This was very innovative at the time. And they only made this, Ford only made this from 2001 to 2010. And there was one year, I believe it was 2006, that it wasn't made at all when they were changing the body style. But great vehicle. I think it would be more appreciated today in 2024 than it was even back then. So, because there's so much variety nowadays with all the different types of vehicles. Anyway, it rides nice, it handles nice, it holds the road nice, everything works. Air conditioning works. It's working right now. It's very humid today, so it was putting out a lot of water on the ground while we were filming the walk around video. But yeah, or skunk, or whatever he is. The Maverick, the Hyundai Santa Cruz, or whatever it's called, the four-door with the truck bed. Even trucks like full size, like the Chevy Avalanche, were coming out around the time period of this, and this is a nice manageable size. That's another thing that I guess I meant to talk about in the walk around video, but I sometimes can't fit everything in that I would like to talk about. But this is a manageable size truck. I mean, it's still a truck, but it's not as big as an F-150 or a Dodge Ram or all this big stuff that's out here on the road. This is a very manageable size. It's easy to see out of, it's easy to park, and it's not by any sense a big truck, but it has big truck attitude, and it can do a lot. So, and quite frankly, in my opinion, I mean, this is my opinion, but I think this is better looking than the new Maverick. I mean, yeah, that new Maverick looks like a new car because it's got new car type of styling, but it's also not, it's just kind of plain. Just kind of got real plain sides. I mean, I like this vehicle with the roof rails up on the roof, the chunky fender flares, you know, the real pronounced tail lights on the back. I mean, I think this is very good looking. I think it's very good looking. I'm going to turn around right here. We're going to go back the way we just came, kind of, and then we're going to head out towards the freeway as well. My normal route's been disturbed because of some construction, so bear with me. But I really like the look of this vehicle. I like, you know, I mean, I don't like the look of that right there. Here it comes. Watch for it. Wait for it. Oh, wait, is that a Maytag? Or is that a Rumpke dumpster? Those things are so ugly. Tesla. I think that's very ugly. I saw a meme about that Tesla Cybertruck, and somebody was joking that they were going to put their trash in the back of it because in the back of it, in the dark shadows in this parking lot, the rear of it resembled a dumpster, and that really made me laugh. But anyway, I think this, I'd rather drive this than that, and I don't care how much that costs, because this is unique, it's good looking, it'll get equally as many compliments at a gas station as that stupid Cybertruck, and it's fun, and it's got, like I keep saying, this has got character and personality and style. Now, in my walk-around video, I used the word utilitarian because this certainly was built to be utilitarian, but by definition, utilitarian says that it should be useful or practical rather than attractive. But the beauty of, ironically, of this is that it's both useful, practical, and attractive. So it's got all the attributes, right? It's kind of like a good-looking person who can also sing, dance, and play sports, right? They can do it all, which is not me. So yeah, that's what I think. I hope my video is helpful to those who watch it, who are looking to consider to buy one of these. Look how ugly the back of that thing is. Oh my God, it looks like a video game. And I don't play video games. I hope my video is helpful to you if you're just simply looking to purchase one of these in another state, another country, another land. I find it very rewarding and humbling when people leave comments that they say that my video was helpful to them to get further educated about a particular vehicle or as an influence to buy one. So thank you for that. Thank you for your comments. Please leave comments. Leave comments for me if you like what I do, if you don't like what I do, if you want to offer a suggestion or some input. Or, you know, certainly leave comments for others if you own one of these and you want to state your personal experience or what you have done with it, how many miles you've had it, how great it's been, things to look out for, whatever you'd like to say, feel free. So this vehicle has been wonderfully and lovingly cared for, and I truly believe this will be, never seen a Honda with a pink H badge. I truly believe this is ready to go, ready to drive. This should not need anything for quite some time. Thank you, Mr. BMW. Everything works on this. All the features, functions, buttons, switches, I demonstrated on the walk-around video. Everything works like it should. All the gauges work like they should. Air conditioning's nice. It has 2 keys, 2 remotes. Tires are brand new. Brakes have 90% front and rear. Also just had an alignment with those new tires. Had a fresh oil change. Had new wiper blades. Small detail, but still something new. New hood struts, which are the little struts that hold up the hood that I showed and talked about in the walk around video. Also had a new right front axle. So the right front axle, the rear axle seals were replaced, along with the rear differential fluid being changed and replaced. What else? I gotta look at my notes because I forget. I think that's everything. Oh, a new pinion seal in the front. I think that's it. And then in the history of this is fantastic. It's a one owner vehicle. Clean history, clean Carfax history report. Has great service records, over 30 records of service on its Carfax report. Everything has been done with routine regularity, so that's fantastic. Always something that everyone likes to see. You know, this is the right kind of one owner vehicle. It's one owner, it's been well cared for, it's been well maintained, hasn't had any issues or accidents, and it's been used but not abused by any means. So just been driven and enjoyed, but it's been kept up on and maintained. In its history, while we sit at this red light, I gotta look at my notes here that I have. Oh yes, it was 170,000 miles, so it currently has 183. At 170,000 miles, it had new front brakes, brake rotors, front wheel bearings replaced, and the intake gaskets. I mentioned this on the walk around video. The intake gaskets are common to go bad on this engine. They're plastic or brittle or something that goes wrong with them. I don't know exactly, I just know it's common. So these were replaced at 170,000 miles, so that's great. At 160,000 miles, so about 20,000 miles ago, this had new rear brakes, rotors, along with rear shocks and front struts. So it had new shocks and struts all around 20,000 miles ago, certainly contributing to how well it rides and drives right now. And those rear brakes replaced, so that very much explains why the brakes currently are 90% front and back, because the back brakes will wear much more slowly on the back of vehicles than the front, because your front brakes, if you don't know this, just a quick little informational, the front brakes do about 70 to 75%, even 80% of the stopping power of any vehicle, and the back brakes only handle 20 to 25%. So back brakes generally last twice as long as front brakes. So usually you will need 2 sets of front brakes for every 1 set of rear brakes. So just a little education there in case you don't know. I've got a lot of car knowledge, just general all-purpose knowledge that I certainly love to share, and love to share for free with the world. We're getting close to the freeway. We'll go out on the freeway and drive a few miles down and a few miles back, just to give you some freeway driving here. Handles nice. You know, the interesting thing about this is that it drives like what the front half of this vehicle is, which is an Explorer. It drives it drives exactly the same as an SUV or an Explorer of this time period. I mean, quite frankly, it doesn't drive much different than that box-looking thing over there. You see that? Those are very expensive. They're very cool, but not worth. The juice is not worth the squeeze. They're not worth all the money they cost. That's a Mercedes G-Wagon, also known as a Gelandenwagen in German. That's a G63, so it's got an even bigger engine than the normal G500, and the stupid things cost about a couple $100,000 new. So I like to point out weird vehicles in my driving videos, because if I don't, then somebody comments and says, that guy didn't even notice that Ferrari that passed in front of him. So anyway, see, worthless car knowledge that I have. That thing's probably going to sound like a Ferrari though when it takes off from this red light. And we're almost, oh, no, not too bad, not too loud. We're almost to the freeway. But yeah, it feels very, very, very much like a Explorer, drivability wise. It doesn't really feel any lighter in the back with the, you know, the truck bed versus the SUV body. It just feels, it feels just like an Explorer would from, you know, the same year, in my opinion. So, and again, just manageable size. I mean, you know, great visibility, manageable size. I mean, I'm sure a young boy or girl would certainly be thrilled to have this as a first car, but it might not exactly be the ideal first car for someone. But I could see this being a really cool first car for a younger person, and probably enjoying it very much because it's just different and unique than the norm, and not just a little tiny economy car. Speaking of economy, of course, being an SUV and relatively high off the ground and all those things, I mean, the fuel mileage isn't fantastic on this, but it is rated at 20 miles to the gallon out here on the freeway. I would say that's probably about right. It's you know, it's not as good as a small car. It's not as good as a super small 4-cylinder SUV, but you know, that's not what it's for. So there we are at 75 miles per hour, cruising along here. Oh, speed limit went down. Slow down a little bit. So, ride's nice, feels nice, seat is super comfortable. I mentioned on the walk-around video that they did offer this SportTrac with two-wheel drive instead of four-wheel drive, and it was also offered with cloth interior, no sunroof, no fog lights. You know, this one is pretty well loaded. I do think that at least the look of the seat on this leather version seat is nicer looking, and it seems to me like it's kind of better built and has more padding and support, because it is very comfortable. I am very, very comfortable sitting in this and driving this. I would say that the cloth version probably is not uncomfortable. It's probably not uncomfortable, but it may not be as comfortable as this, I would say. A lot of construction going on my favorite route here, but yeah, we're still doing okay. So 70 miles per hour here. Speed limit says 50, but even that truck isn't going 50. It's nice, it's smooth, it's easy to drive, great seating position. I mean, look how much higher up we are than that normal sized car in front of us. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a Cadillac. Doesn't even look like a Cadillac to me. Yeah. Nice size side mirrors. Auto dimming rearview mirror up here. I mentioned on the walk around video, that's an auto dimming rearview mirror. Now here we are outside of some construction. 75. It's smooth and it's nice. Steering wheel's nice and straight. Just had that alignment, like I said earlier, with the new tires. One owner, don't forget it, one owner. All right, we're gonna exit this exit. I know there was a lot of construction there, but I think we got some good driving and some good speed. And I sometimes wonder if I do too much driving, but hopefully you enjoy. I like to show a variety of conditions and circumstance and speed. So brake pedals nice and high and tight, no shaking or vibrating or anything weird. Brakes are perfect. I showed the brakes in the walk around video. The rotors are nice and smooth, and like I've said a few times, they're barely worn, so they're still like new. So excellent. Big trucks, speaking of big trucks. So we're gonna hop back on this freeway here and go back the same way we came. So I hope you continue to watch and join with me here. But that's what we're gonna do. Oh boy, hopefully before that semi, maybe not. Remember, as I said earlier, I like to keep saying it, it's very utilitarian, but it's utilitarian, but yet still attractive and has style and has personality and character. That's what makes cars cool. You know, that's what makes them cool, when they have style, character, and personality. There's not many newer cars nowadays that do, but there's the cars that make everybody go, ooh, that's the cool stuff. There's not really many on newer stuff, but think about the old cars that I mean, there's a Ford Mustang, that's a cool car. But think about the old cars from the 50s and 60s. Why does everybody like them so much? Because they had style and character, because they were unique. I mean, people didn't know it back when they were new back then, but they surely know it now. So, and there'll never be stuff like that again, or made with the materials like they did back then. Nothing will be styled like that. There we are, at 80. Trying to get around this dump truck. So, great acceleration. I mean, this is only a couple 210 horsepower, I believe it is. But, it's good acceleration. It's easy to get up to speed. It's not lacking power by any means. I hadn't said this yet, I don't think, but the second generation of the SportTrac could come with a V8, which was the 4.6 liter V8 in that later 2000s time period, which is interesting. I don't think it's necessary, but maybe somebody that just thinks they want or need or like having a V8, maybe. 75 right there. It's nice. It's very nice. And when I say manageable size, you know what the first thing that comes to mind when I say that out loud, or when I'm talking to you folks, ladies and gentlemen? When I say manageable size, like, to me that also includes parking, and this is very reasonable and easy to park. Not only easy to see out of and easy to drive and very functional, but it's easy to park. You know, go try to park that Silverado that we're passing right there in a grocery store parking lot between two other big trucks. It's gonna be tight, but this is manageable, and you can park it about as easily as you would park a car. So to me, that says a lot about the, you know, the ease of use of a vehicle and ease of parking and getting in and out and not feeling like you're driving a limousine. Because big trucks now are big. They are big trucks. .75 still cruising along. I don't know why the speed limit is 50. Nobody's going 50, and there's nobody out here working. Once again, thank you for watching, joining. Give a thumbs up if you like it. Ring the bell and subscribe if you really like it. Leave comments, please. As I mentioned earlier, I like to read your comments, and happy to answer what I can. And I like for you to use the comments section to talk amongst yourselves and say things and get some feedback from other fellow YouTubers. That's perfectly fine with me. And I think it's great. I think it's great that we can all communicate easily from one state to another and one country to another even. I like I say, I get very rewarded feeling when someone in another land, another state, another country gets benefit from one of my videos, or appreciates one of my presentations, or what I have done with talking about a vehicle that helps them to get further educated and come to a better decision about buying another one that's like the one that we're talking about right here. So thank you for sharing that when that happens to you. I had someone comment last night on one of my old videos, very old, and they said it was a driving one like this, and they said he didn't even show the outside. And I looked and I thought, what are they talking about? And and then I realized that they watched the driving video and they didn't watch the separate video of the walk around, as I like to say. So I nicely sent that gentleman a link and said, here you go, and sent him the link to the walk around video from back then that was right there next to the to the one he was watching, but apparently he didn't see it. So I will say to you, if you'd like to see the walk around of me going around talking about inside outside of this and engine compartment and every which way, take a look for that on my channel as well. See how easy it is to drive through those roundabouts? It's like driving a car or a small SUV. So take a look for the walk around video on my channel. Should be very close to this one, okay? All right, folks, I think that's about as much as I have to say about this and for this video. Thanks for watching and joining, and appreciate everybody. So give a thumbs up, ring the bell and subscribe, and leave your comments. Let me know how I've helped you. That'd be very cool. Leave comments about your ownership of a Explorer SportTrac like this and how well you like it, probably, or anything else that you'd like to say. All right, so okay, everybody, take care, and as I like to say, peace until next time. Bye bye.